Welcome back to another video here on McCaffrey Farms. I don't know how well you can see me right now. If you can see, Dad's right there in the baler. I'm in the rakes. We're gonna try and start baling this one field. This is, I think, the second field I tried swathing. Dad tried raking or baling the first field, but it didn't work very good. I think it's a little too dry, so we're gonna have to wait until hopefully get a little moisture on it. Dad's gonna go start, and I got the 3 turn rows done, so he's gonna start the inside one. That way I can start the down and backs. That's our 569 premium baler, and Dad just started it up. I'm gonna try and use the auto steer. The windrows are a little bit hard to see, and just use it hopefully as a guide to where I need to be, where it's a little dark out, because our lights aren't the greatest on this tractor. Looks like it's picking it up pretty good, so stay tuned. And if you haven't seen my video about swathing the Milo, be sure to go check it out. I'll leave a card in the top right corner, so go check that out, then come back to this video and stay tuned, and I'll let you know how this one's going. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and start the rakes. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but where they're hydraulic, they're constantly moving. And unfortunately our corner display doesn't work, so I'm gonna have to kind of guess as to what gear I'm in. This field's a little bit better. It's been leaving some decent windrows. It's one of the fields that had stripper stubble that we planted into, so that should help a lot with the windrow. That's been really bumping up the size of the windrows, so that's good. Dad said right now the baler's working pretty good. He said on the other field the problem was it wasn't having good bale pressure inside the baler, and that's why it wasn't working. But he said so far this bale's going pretty good, so hopefully it keeps up, and we'll be able to go and get most of this field, if not hopefully all of it done. We'll just have to see. It's a bigger field, like 120 acres, so it's gonna take a while, but hopefully we can get most of it done at least. There are some spots that's leaving some decent windrows, considering this is a crop that's been droughted out, but hopefully this will make some decent hay. This field here is actually still fairly green, so like I said, hopefully we can get a decent amount of hay out of it, and it can be some decent hay quality for what it is. We'll just have to see. I think here soon we'll start swathing the feed. It's not as tall as we'd normally like it to be, but considering we're getting pretty dry and it's starting to kind of burn up, we're just probably gonna not let it grow too much and burn up too much, and still get it when it's green. Unfortunately, they're already calling for a freeze, and today is September 4th. Next Monday and Tuesday they're already calling for 32 degrees, like 32 to 30 degree low, and on Tuesday they're actually calling, or some of the weather's been showing like 4 inches of snow. Hopefully it doesn't get too cold and it doesn't stay cold for too long, because then it shouldn't hurt any crops. It shouldn't freeze them, meaning the hay, obviously, considering we're baling Milo. We aren't too worried about freeze on this, but hopefully the hay would be fine, and it can still grow a little bit if we haven't swathed it yet. But that is also forecasted a little bit of rain. I think one day Dad said it's forecasted for about half an inch, so hopefully we can get that. It'd be nice. But anyways, Dad's working his way back around. He's probably got the first round done. He's about right in that area. I don't know if we'll be able to see the light. I think he's about got a second bale, which isn't good, but I mean, we knew it wasn't going to be an amazing crop, but it's at least working now. He said the bale pressure is staying up, so it's actually forming a bale and being able to wrap and everything. So that's good. Hopefully it keeps up. Like I said, this is a little bit better. I think out in the field it's going to be a little bit better, and it's still a lot greener than some of the other stuff. So hopefully we keep getting some good pressure on the baler and we'll be able to get it all baled. Alright, so it's now just a little after 1 a.m. Probably gonna be it for tonight, not the whole video, but I figure I just do a little bit of a checkup. I'm probably getting close to halfway done with this field, raking it. I don't know, kind of hard to tell, pitch black. But Dad's, he's getting a little bit done. He's been having a little bit of problems with the baler and the net wrap. It's kind of catching on some of the rollers. We've always kind of had to deal with that. It's been worse tonight. I don't know if it's just the conditions and the way the crop is. I don't know, but he's been having some problem with that. I think he's getting close to 20 bales, but which is pretty, in my opinion, pretty good, because like I said, he hasn't really done too many passes. He's quite a ways behind me, so hopefully it keeps up and we can get, even if we get 50 to 75 bales, I think that'd be pretty good considering the conditions we're working with. But I don't know, I think Dad might have me try and go and just get this done where he's having problems. I don't know how much he'll get done. We'll just have to see. But I think we got one more field that we're gonna work on finishing swathing, and then we'll do that tomorrow morning, I think. And then at some point we'll end up, I think maybe tomorrow night we'll end up raking and baling it maybe. But that's probably gonna be all for tonight, so I'll catch you in the morning. Alrighty, just finished windrowing, raking. As you can see, Dad's right over there. I'm gonna go ahead and start folding these up while he finishes. He doesn't have too terribly many more windrows to go, so I'm gonna work on folding these in. I had to get the ratchet so I can get that stop right here to where it needs to be. Now I just got to pull out these pins on each side, just like that. Then they come out like this. Put the pin back in. Do this on both sides, and then you push them back here like that against the deal, and then we'll pull that in. Probably a little bit hard to see, but I have these chains hooked up, so now I just gotta go lift it up and these should be ready to go. I don't know if you can tell, but it's about 10 after 5. I got these rakes folded up, and once that gets that finished, we're probably gonna call it a night. I don't know, we'll go home. Don't know what time we'll get up tomorrow. Probably won't be too terribly late because we still got a decent amount to swath in one field. So I'm gonna work my way back to the pickup while Dad does these last few passes. I'll probably fall asleep in the pickup, but I'm gonna head back to the pickup while he finishes up. And we're gonna quit, then we'll head home, and that's gonna be it for tonight. But in the morning I'll probably kick it off a little bit with finishing up that other field, and then maybe do a little bit more swathing. But Dad's over there getting it. Let me see if I can zoom in. Yeah, he's getting after it over there. I'm just taking it a little slow, that way shouldn't be dragging anything, but I'm just taking it a little slower, that way be a little easier on some stuff. But stay tuned for tomorrow. Alright, so we got that field, we got it all rigged. There's still a few passes that we need to bale, but as you can see, I'm taking the rakes to the next field. We're going to unhook. We still have a touch more to finish swathing on that one, so we'll go finish up that one. And we might move to some feed just because the one field's getting pretty dry, but we'll have to see how that goes. Then I think tonight the plan is to try and bale the field we're going to finish swathing next. The reason for that is because the Milo's been a little dry, and sometimes it hasn't been making decent bales. The bale pressure hasn't been staying up, so we might try and do it just sooner when there's still more moisture in it, it's still a little greener, and hopefully that should work. Alright, so as you can see, we just got here to the other field and we got hooked up to the swather, so now we're going to put a little fuel in the tractor, and I'll start swathing the rest of this. Alright, so I'm about to finish up this field, getting the last little bit. I'm about to the end. I think it gets a touch wider over there, but I still got a little ways to go on swinging this out. I think that's getting closer to being all the way out, so we'll have to see if we can get it all. I don't think I will be able to, but yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get it. But this last little bit, gonna probably go unhook the swather and hook up to the rakes. We go to church on Saturday nights at 7, so we're gonna have to be leaving here to do that soon. Plus I gotta go help Dad. Some of the cows broke through the gate, or broke the gate. They're not out, but we're gonna have, he might still need help fixing that, so we'll have to go do that once I unhook the swather and hook back up to the rakes. From the sounds of it, Dad got that wire fixed and the gate fixed, so we're not gonna have to do that. we're gonna take it over just a little ways, right over there to some grass, so in that way it's out of the way, because this whole field is along a wheat field, one of our neighbors' wheat fields, and so we don't really have a spot where we could put them. We could put them in this pasture right here by the field, but we'd have to go through a gate at this side of the field, and then we have to go through a gate right over there. So since the neighbors have their wheat off, we're just going to take the swather up over down the wheat and over to that grass, and that way it's out of our way. Otherwise we'd have to rake and bale around it, and it'd be a pain. So we're just going to take it over there, because I mean we have to go out that way for when we move to the next field. Then tonight we'll try and rake and bale. I don't know how much we'll get done. What we did in the start of this video, we started at about 10, and it was like 5 time I got done raking, and that was a 120 acre field. This one could be a little bit bigger, I'm not for sure, but we'll just have to see. It'll depend on humidity. This stuff where it's going to be a little greener, we won't be able to bale as much or as long, just because once the humidity gets up, it's going to build even more moisture. So we'll have to see how it goes. So as you can see, it's about 7 after 10. I'm heading down. We're gonna start the next field. Today or tonight is gonna be me and my brother Justin. Dad's had a few other things to do the days before, so he hasn't got much sleep at all. So Justin, on the way home from church, said he could come bale. That way Dad could get some sleep. We're not going to be able to go quite as long tonight, simply because this stuff is going to be much greener. It hasn't been down as long, so we're not going to be able to go as long or with higher humidity like we did last night. So I don't know how long we're going to go or be able to go. I'm heading down to meet my brother. I think gonna meet him at his house, and we're gonna take 2 pickups just in case, because the 2 pickups right now don't have any spares on them. We need to get new tires, but gonna meet him and switch, because I have a roll of net wrap and the baler's about out, so he's gonna need this one. We're gonna switch pickups, then while he goes and greases and services the tractor and baler, and then finishes the last 2 or 3 passes on the field from last night, I'm gonna start raking the outside rounds and getting a head start on the next field. That way Justin won't have to wait on me to rake more. I probably won't do much more of the video, simply because of how dark it is. You can't really see anything. While I'm here at the field, we waited a little bit. The humidity was still a little low. We're gonna let it get a little higher, because last night, or earlier in the video, I think I mentioned that Dad was having problems with the net wrap. What it was is it was dry enough, or the material that was going in was dry enough. It was kind of sitting on the belts when he would eject the bale, and then that would cause the net wrap to get a little messed up, and it'd wrap around some of the rollers, and then it'd mess up the net wrap on the bale. And so some of the bales, the net wrap is not perfect, it's going to be messed up. And then once the humidity hit a certain point, it got enough moisture in it, it quit building up like that, and it was starting to work really good. It's about 12:15. Justin just started. He's going to try it. He's going to let me know once he makes a bale if it's going to work good. And if it does, you probably can't see it, but I am over by the tractor. It's off just like 10 foot away. So once he texts me or call me, whatever it is, I'll get in the tractor and start this field. That way I can have the first few rounds done and then get some done ahead of him. So in that way you have a little bit of room. But I'm gonna call it for now just because it's not gonna make any good video. It's all gonna be dark, won't be able to see anything. Thank you for watching. Be sure to stay tuned for more videos. And if you're liking the videos, be sure to give them a thumbs up. And if you're not already, be sure to subscribe. Thank you for watching.